Hello everybody, it's VerticalSandwich. Welcome back to Let's Play Rogue Galaxy. It's time for Insectron Rank D. So this is it. This is what we're doing. D, C, B, A, and then S. His in-between match stuff does not change from match to match. So you'll see how absolutely broken this is. I mean, it's kind of ridiculous how broken these Dark Emperors are. It would be fun to see a team of 5 Dark Emperors. It would be interesting. I mean, you'd march all over everything. I mean, it wouldn't.
Still want to play?
But even Dark Emperors, like, one of my Dark Emperors dies at one point during this run through these. Like, so it's not, you know, it's not an invulnerable, creation, even with max stats.
That's the way?
Now, by using the left analog stick, you can, so that's the Bomb Steal's ability, which is really a great ability, right? But I mean, like, seriously, that thing attacked us and we counterattacked and killed it. Look at that! And this is just from, like, grinding this tournament to get my characters up, like, my Insectors up, like, 2 levels. And there we go. So he just took over one of my things. He just took over one of my Insectors. So we just have to kill everything that's left. That will happen. But I mean, it's not like we're really in any danger here. Even with my weakest Insector running around on the opposing team, there's 0 chance that it's gonna kill this rock and roller. Just gonna try. But I'm not killing my own Insector. I want it to get experience, and it will, even if it's under the opposing team's control. So there we go. Yeah, I couldn't have killed it. Even if its special attack had hit, it just would have broken the gem for my rock and roller. That's one of the things about rock and rollers that, and you can see, because we've already done this one, we're only getting 1 stat boost per Insector. The wonderful thing about rock and rollers and all the dung beetle type enemies is that the first hit is always free. Yeah, I skipped the in-between match animations for these characters because I had already, I'd already shown them. Or I thought I had already shown them because I recorded myself skipping out of this. But then I decided not to show an entire round of this to skip out at the end. So the rank E stuff will kind of lack. This is before I changed my king to Zoe too, which is what I do in all the late games. But I did start leaving the king back 1 turn, so they're not always running into the back door. And only one of these doesn't come in at about 20 minutes for a video, and that's A rank. For some reason, A rank takes almost 30 minutes for me to get through. I don't know how long S rank took because I had, you know, multiple video segments of saving just in case and stuff. thing, there's a far weaker version of what we are. Now, the beetles do have the really cool ability to hit everything behind whatever they hit when they do their special move, but... yeah, look at that. I mean, it's just ridiculous that they can just do that as much as they want. And at some point a little later, I'll be tilting the camera up a little bit so we can see the levels from below, because it's far easier to see what's going on. Or see the levels from above, I'm sorry. Because you can look at them kind of like a chess or checkerboard. So there we go. That is rank 2. Get used to seeing that you win screen. I never lose a battle.
You mean I lost?
The bout is over.
I kind of regret,
Congratulations.
because if you look at the list of enemies, Insectors, a lot of times they're themed. And, like, I kind of wish I had done that. I kind of wish I had named my Insectors instead of just taking their default names. But once we have our layout and stuff, it's all about just confirming and selecting a king. The layout I use never changes. The only thing that's going to change through the course of this is I switch the rock and roller I have as a king right now with that beetle. And then I play that format through the entire tournament. Because the the Dark Emperors in the middle allow you to attack to the sides to knock things off the side at an angle, or to just attack forward. Whereas if you had one faced along an edge, it clearly couldn't attack at an angle to knock something off. But if you look here, see, and he can't land on the one behind him, so he bounces off of that one and goes out of bounds. So there we go. That's 2 Insectors that we just eliminated from competition with one move. That's why these guys are so incredibly overpowered. Yeah, confusing that one isn't going to solve their problem. Although it would certainly be interesting to make an entire Insectron team of enemies that can actually hypnotize and take control of the other team. There would be something very magical about having 9 I guess you can't do, but just you could take the other person's team and leave them only with their king, which would be fun. Because I don't think that you can hypnotize a king. Just by default, it would, you know.
No way.
You would think that they would program that you not being able to do that, because then you could just use the king to attack things that you couldn't beat, things like that. That would essentially just be the end of the game. So there we go. Although you can't kick kings out of bounds. I do promise you that.
Oh, man.
So there we go. Our experience.
The bout is over. You've won. Congratulations.
So yep.
Now we're getting to the best.
Yeah, and you'll notice
Here comes the 4th round.
He always says that crappy round thing. Now we're getting to the best part. Here comes the 4th round. Start on the 4th round. He always does. Now, here's the thing about this. You'll notice character models that we've seen. They're almost all character models. I mean, you will notice everybody who's played any kind of substantial role in this game whatsoever is like the 2 guys who love Mio are all in here at some point. The guy standing outside of the weapon shop in Vadan is like, or Vaden is out here at one point. I mean, it's just ridiculous. It's super ridiculous. Oh, the police detective from the Daytron. He's in here. The news reporter from covering that story is in. I mean, it's just. And then it gets up to where the last rank is just all these people who are actually like plotline voice actors. Although it would have been fun to have. Like, just this is so ridiculous. See, and that guy held out. Like, that guy is stronger than he looks. It's just... I don't know what I was just saying. Something about that being ridiculous. It would have been nice if one of our own team members had, you know, if, like, you know, the final boss had been, like, Chupus, and he was just like, oh, yeah, by the way, like... I've been the champion of this rank for 5 years. Like, where have you been? Toady does not have an Insectron team. Yet another shame. So now this king is just gonna get myrtleized. Myrtleized! To quote Burgess Meredith's character from Rocky 3. He'll myrtleize it. There we go. Now, could you do this in a way that would make it more of a fair fight for your competition? Yes, you could. You could start doing this way earlier when Insectron is just introduced and slowly build up your but why would you do that? It's clearly built so that you get the insectors you need to win after the Ghost Ship Extreme. This is clearly supposed to be an after game thing.
Oh, there you are. I knew you'd make it. Well, you're up against me next. I hope you're ready. Here we go.
So yeah, that kid that introduced us to this is the champion of D rank. Which, because I ground this ranking, I saw his cutscenes so many times. Well, probably 5 or 6. Not so many. But to get through 4 ranks, it takes 12 minutes.
I'll take you on any time. How's that one?
Kid stands 0 chance. 0! Literally 0 chance. I could probably beat him with just my king. And I should have attacked that one next to me at an angle to kick it out of bounds, but I didn't. So, like, actually, right now, his group is standing up really well to the pressure. I mean, he can't even knock the gem out of the hand of my rock and roll. It's a little embarrassing. To tell you the honest truth. There we go. We finally got that guy out of the... I don't know exactly what my strategy was here, but it doesn't matter this early. Like, you don't have to have a strategy if you have 2 Dark Emperors in B and D rank. Your strategy can just be like, I'm gonna run around. The things that attack you will kill themselves. That's how powerful these Insectors are. I mean, like, you'll see that. you'll see where counterattacks get things, you know, flipped over because they attacked a Dark Emperor. Now, if he had been thrown out, that would have been game. I mean, again, it's not gonna matter much. It's 5 against 1 at this point. So he does get one more turn.
Nice.
And he's lucky he didn't actually legitimately attack that Dark Emperor. The counterattack would have murdered him. So there we go. It's a good way to end.
I knew you could do it.
This kid's so supportive. He's such a good sport. It's too bad all the champions aren't like that. Like people we've met who like have dialogue with us, but they're not. Just him.
Oh, he's done it! We have a new D-rank champion! Ladies and gentlemen, a round of applause! What's this? Seems the former champ has something to say!
Whoa, I can't believe you beat me. I hate losing, but I'm glad it was against you. I'll find an even better Insector and get my revenge. All right. You better win the C-rank bout next. I'm off to find an even more awesome Insector. See you later.
Yeah, kid, unless you can fight yourself through a 100 rank ghost or a 100 level ghost dungeon. So yeah, we'll get items every time we beat a championship, and they will be useless. So that's that. That's the D-rank championship. So, now we can start, and you can see, like, what, this will mean nothing to you guys because you didn't see the stats before, but we are going up. I mean, my rock and roller has maxed out almost all of his stats now. This guy has maxed out all of his, I mean, like, these are broken Insectors. Just from, like, one breeding and some feeding him stuff during the Ghost Ship Extreme. And their battle experience. I mean, we saw that these Dark Emperors were down in the, you know, the 50s, 60s, and 70s before we ground through the tournament. Yeah, even that one's gonna end up almost maxing out, but I'll see you for the next rank, and bye everybody.